When I was in Rikers, you was in diapers. I was in ciphers, rhyming with lifers. When I was in Rikers, you was in diapers. I was in ciphers, rhyming with lifers.
Head nodding, the beats dropping, the fiends copping. Kids are spinning the block, they be G-locking. Head nodding, the beats dropping, the fiends copping. Kids are spinning the block, they be G-locking. I told you, son, you want no parts where I come from, where the poverty's stricken and sickness where it gets dumb. But you look like you wanna know where I come from. Don't get mad if you get tagged cause you a dumb. These hollow tips and bald heads will bring more dread. I wish you had more sense to grow dreads from your bald head. You think it's boring when I teach you the ways of a mystic? Stop thinking crackers when I teach you the ways of a biscuit. There's 38 ways to resolve around special issues. No need to get jammed, it'll still break through tissue. But you like the 9-double-M parabellum. I always wonder what the hell is in your cerebellum. Why didn't you grow up and play the violin and cello? Now you gotta go in front of the judge and tell him, hello, your father was a piece of shit like Othello. And every time I fuck up, he rages and bellows.
When I was in Rikers, you was in diapers. I was in ciphers, rhyming with lifers. When I was in Rikers, you was in diapers. I was in ciphers, rhyming with lifers.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the Crypto Wonder, from the Crypto Wonder podcast. Hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it. So, there's been a lot going on in the crypto space, as usual. No matter what market there is, bear market or bull market, is active. You may think it's not sometimes, but you miss a week, it's like missing a month. You miss a month, you missing like 6 months to me. In my opinion, you miss 6 months, you might as well say you're not in crypto anymore, because the industry is just rapid fire. It moves very fast. And so, I like to always say we're one day closer to the next all-time high for Hex. We're one day closer to the Pulsechain mainnet launch, PulseX. So let's get it. Now, there's just a few things that have been going on. Of course we know, but it's time to move on from the drama. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, I don't really like to emphasize or talk about drama in every episode that I create. It's about really thinking about things in different ways, alternative ways to reach our goals, whatever that may mean to you, because it's all subjective. But that's what I like to create content for, not to prolong or add fuel to a fire. It's easy to do that. It's easy to get caught up in salacious, crazy topics that people talk around water coolers and stuff like that. But we're not going to do that now. And listen, let me tell you ahead of time, I make mistakes. I'm human. We might just talk about some drama. You know what I mean? We might. Because that's just how it is. But in a nutshell, I've been talking about Hex for over a year now, simply because I like the way the currency works. I just like the way it operates. I like the way it operates. I like looking at the contract and knowing that the contract did not turn off today, nor did it turn off in any day since it launched. That's a good feeling. That really is a good feeling. I remember back in the days with a bunch of other things, you weren't promised that at all. In fact, in many other situations dealing with crypto, and however you were using other cryptos, which were like bad projects that turned out not to work out too well, things wouldn't, you look at your thing one day and it's 404. The screen of death, 404. That's not what we experienced in Hex. And I like that. Since I've been in the community, I've learned so much about the system. I learned so much about the contract. I learned so much about the inner workings of Hex. It is very, very complex, really. When they talk about game theory, I didn't understand game theory really until I started to really study Hex and study how life is nothing but game theory. It's just how you play the game. You just play in a way to win, right? Winning and losing. What was that remind you of, right? It's like a sport. You know, it's a little bit more involved in that as far as life, but really it's about how you navigate through this maze, through this wilderness. And in crypto, it's the same thing. And so with the wide breadth of resources that exist in this community, and the information that is there, whether people like certain things or not, you can't make everybody happy. I just like the way this product works. There's certain things about it that I wish were a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie, but I also understand that you can't have everything, right? There also has to be something where to show you, oh, more can be done. That's why Pulsechain is going to be a thing, because more can be done in this space. More can be done for the Hex community. More can be done for the Hex token. That's why Pulsechain is being developed and being created. And I've always said this, well, I haven't always said this or what I'm about to say, but I think it's pretty much done. I really do. Like now, I think it's done. It's just a matter of waiting now. Like it's been a matter of waiting for, you know, the whole time, but I think it's pretty much like I'm settled in myself, knowing that, you know, this blockchain is going to help the community and help crypto solidify crypto in what it was created to be. That's what Pulsechain is going to do. But the thing about Hex, I want to emphasize again, if it wasn't for Hex, Pulsechain wouldn't be a thought, right? Maybe it would, but I think Hex was a catalyst, or, you know, the cause, the antecedent that allowed Richard to say, oh, Ethereum is giving some issues, Ethereum is becoming very costly, we're going to fork it and create Hex. And not only are we going to fork it, I'm sorry, not create Hex, but create Pulsechain. Not only are they going to fork it, or it's going to be forked as far as Ethereum, there'll be free airdrops, you know, pretty much grab the attention of the larger community as a whole. And I think that's great. And on top of that, you're having something similar to Uniswap, like PulseX, the actual DEX. I don't know what the wallet is going to look like. You know, I don't know if the wallet is going to be able to be operable with other blockchains. That remains to be seen. You know, incentive token, nobody knows what that is really. But again, there's just so much that's available in the community. There's just so much information, so much knowledge that pretty much kind of like overshadows the negative stuff that comes up every now and then. It really does. It shadows the negative stuff, and that's why I like the product. I like Hex. And we're also going to see how other things that are actually complementing Hex are going to help, you know, up and to the right. We're waiting to see. Time is going to tell what these other projects that are outside of, you know, like Richard Hart's products. We're going to see what they're going to do to help prop up and expand the community, like, you know, expand the Hex token and its capabilities. You know, it's incredible. It's really, really incredible. And look, That's just now. Imagine what 6 months is going to bring. Imagine what people, and I'm talking about the good opportunities, imagine what people are going to think and create 6 months, a year from now. The future is just looking very, very bright for what's going on in this community. And the reason why I have to emphasize this is because we know, and those of you who don't know, we know that there are groups, there are entities by way of, for example, the government or governments, central banks, that do not want us to succeed. They do not want crypto to even exist. They can't shut it down, but they're going to be incredibly crafty and creative to use their power, to exercise their power and create rules, regs, laws to turn us off onto crypto, because they know that they're losing control. They know that basically as this community continues to grow and evolve and multiply and expand, right, that's pretty much going to chip away at their power, and it's going to also transfer their power away from them onto those who have good cryptocurrencies. These are incredible times that we're living in right now. We are living in incredible, incredible times. It's really concerning how the government decided to just shut down Tornado Cash the way it did. And not necessarily Tornado Cash, but just the contract, or at least the use of it by especially people in the U.S. They're blacklisting addresses of people who use Tornado Cash. So it's like you can't even use, it's like there's no anonymity. Like your whole thing, the whole thing about privacy is just not being respected. And I think it's going to be something that's going to be handled in the courts, because this just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just really doesn't make sense. These entities that want to pretty much kowtow to the government and appease whatever they say, it's just like, I guess it's like what? When in Rome, do as the Romans. I don't know. These entities, meaning, you think Vitalik is going to say no to any type of rules and regs? I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't think he's built for that. So you got to be prepared for certain things that's going to come. But we're in a position now, like right now as we speak, and there are a bunch of people too, believe it or not, who, so many people that we don't even know from all walks of life who might be using these cryptos, these products, that are also going to fight back against the machine, right? They're going to push back. And even probably people in these enclaves, these government, institutional bodies, they'll also push back, because they'll see like this is like, it's just corruption left and right. Like what are we doing here? They could also get a piece of the pie, but they're just so greedy and basically, like, to me, they're hateful. They just don't want to see people do well. They just want to be able to be in control of everything. And it's not just government, it's just a small group of people in this world. They want to control everything. They want to continue to control everything, because they are controlling everything, in my opinion. They just want to continue. And they want to find a way to block us from having a chance to experience great things utilizing crypto. That's why we have to be careful. We have to be careful. And don't let like this waiting period throw us off. We can't let this waiting period sort of like, trick us out of our opportunity for greatness. We can't do that. We can't let, the slightest seed of doubt grow and distract us and push us off our journey, because that's what they want. especially people who have sacrificed. Like, this is real. This is real. Like, when you, you know, you might, probably people didn't think it was going to take this long, right? Who thought it was going to take this long? I don't even think Richard knew it was going to take this long for Pulsechain to launch. But think about it, like, we sacrificed for something here, for basic human rights, specific human rights, but still it was a sacrifice. It was a measure of action that we took in the name of something, and also learning how to understand what no expectation of profit from the work of others means, because that's in the books. That's what the people, the cabal uses, you right, to jam people up. That's what they use. If you're expecting profit from somebody else's work, okay, you got things to answer for. Give up some taxes. Pay up, pay the piper. They want their cut. But because this is totally different, it's like, oh, we're in a special space. We're in a special position at this point right now. You know, it remains to be seen how everything is going to unfold. But the fact that we're here, it's like, again, like I say, and I've said it already, we made it. We won. We won. But we have to also, you have to know that, you know, it's going to take some concentration, some determination, some discipline to not talk yourself out of this opportunity. What do I mean by not talking yourself out of this opportunity? You know, when this thing finally launches, you know, a lot of people are going to dump. You can't help. Everybody's not going to be diamond hands and all that. You know, people are not going to hold for, you know, to experience thousands of X's. It's not going to, folks don't, you know, people are just going to be who they are. But we can't let that distract us. We can't let some of these things distract us from our goal. Right? Especially now when we know and we've seen what these blockchains have done and what products like smart contracts like Hex has done. Right? In such a short period of time, it produced results that changed lives, where people no longer had to worry about financial issues. They could manage their lives so much better. Don't we all want to experience that? Especially those of us in the community, the serious ones. I'm not talking about the people who are just like, you know, whatever, fly by night. I'm talking about the serious, long-term, the people who are in this to win this, man. Those of you who haven't been in this like me, like 5 years, but you see what it is and you're committed to be in this for the long term, don't we all deserve to win? Right? To experience these gains? I think so. I think so. I think it's gonna, and it's just a matter of just waiting and doing what we have to do in the meantime, by taking care of our affairs, taking care of ourselves, self-care, really, and knowing that we're gonna be well off. I mean, well off is an understatement, right? Right? And in the meantime, we just have to think smart. Move smart, do things smart, not give away what we don't even have yet. Or once we get it, we just give it away. We, you know, just think smart, because this is precious. This is a precious time, and it's very valuable. Like, we have to understand the intrinsic value that's pretty much presented in this opportunity with Hex, Pulsechain, PulseX, you know, and some of these things that are helping Hex, you know, be the best that it could be. You know what I'm saying? The contracts that's already surrounding Hex right now, it's incredible. It's incredible. I'm talking about, you know, the other things that, you know, I don't really want to speak about, because this is my choice. It's not because I'm like, you know, against other I'm not, look, I'm against rug pulls. I'm against getting scammed. That's what I'll always be against. That. I've been scammed. I've been rug pulled. You know, you if you have been in crypto for long enough, you know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, consider yourself extremely fortunate, if you've never been scammed while you've been in crypto and been in crypto for years. Those of you who have landed here, consider yourself very fortunate if the first type of crypto you were exposed to is a Richard Hart product or something along the lines of Ethereum, and then it's Hex, and you lucky. Trust. You know, you want to keep what you have, because what you have is precious. It's an asset. It's not a liability. It's something that can pay you where you don't even have to work and bust your behind. And it'll pay you for as long as you own it. You know what I mean? Like that is just that simple, and that's deep. That's crazy. But that's how it works. You stake Hex, you just chill. You stake Hex, okay, price going up, price go down, you still staking, you're getting paid every day. Getting paid every day. You know? When Pulsechain comes out, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And other opportunities, right? Pulse X is gonna be crazy with the burning, the fees, all that stuff. It's gonna be crazy, and it's just, you know, I don't have the time really to think about a lot of things, because I guess I'm experienced already in the space, and I don't really get coerced or persuaded very easily. You know, like I already know, like, been battle tested in this thing. A lot of us have been battle tested in this. We know what we're doing. Yay or nay, whatever. But it's for you guys that are just coming in, and you ladies and gentlemen that are just coming in, and you just don't know, you kind of scared, and you're wondering, wow, is this a long con or whatever, you know, with the Pulsechain weight. Just don't look. You also have to realize that, like they say, and as simple as it is, it might be corny or cliche, but good things come to those who wait, right? Did Hex launch overnight? It took over a year, from what I'm understanding, almost 2 years for Hex to become a reality, right? Like, it's just what it is. It's frustrating. The wait sucks. It does. But it also is something to look forward to. It definitely is something to look forward to, especially when you see, again, like you see the founder doing what he's doing, living his life, but also working hard to be recognized, and so he could spread the word. He doesn't work for us. He works for himself. He doesn't work for us. He always tells people who wants to see something done in the community to do it themselves, and that's what's been happening. And some so far, there's been, you know, a couple developers that have done some things that I'm watching, and I'm like, wow, it's looking good right now, man. It's looking good, and we want that to continue. We want everybody who's in the space to benefit. You can't stop people from coming in and out of the space either. You can't. And, you know, it's just focus on whatever you got going on. Focus on your plan. Focus on your goals, and everything's gonna work out. That's how I feel. That's really how I feel. You know, one little thing that you do to add to contribute to the betterment of everything is better than nothing. It's better than nothing. But one positive action that you do for yourself is better than doing nothing at all. Because doing nothing is an action, but it doesn't bring anything positive to your life if it's nothing, right? Exercise, take care of yourself, get a physical, right? Eat right, rest, sleep, meditate, be productive, be creative, you know, because you know right now, synonymous with what you're waiting for, when that really comes to fruition and it comes to pass by way of these products, these blockchains, there's no turning back. There is no turning back. Like I said, each day that passes by, I'm more and more bullish. I get more bullish each day, because I know we're closer. It's not like this thing is pushing away, even though it seems like it's, you know, like 2 weeks, whatever, 4 weeks, whatever joke, you know, but it's not really that. It's not. It's really not. And the founder is very active. It's not like he's disappeared and we don't know where he's going, you know, what's going on. Not like these other founders who have literally robbed the people, like in such a bad way. They arrested the developer for Tornado Cash, but I don't see anything happen to some of these founders that have rugged billions of dollars to the people this year alone. Some of these other founders, some other scams that have come and gone. Like, it's like, it's crazy. But Richard is still doing his thing. He's out here, living his life, but at the same time, marketing heavy. It is what it is, because he knows what's coming. Excuse the noise, I'm doing this recording outdoors. And I'm finally hearing the crickets. It took so long for these crickets. So that's why I'm doing, it's so long to hear these crickets. Oh man, the sweet sounds of nature. There's nothing else like it. But listen, folks, that's all I wanted to say today. No drama, probably be another day. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably talk my talk another day. I'm only human. Nobody perfect. But at the same time, stick to what's good. And keep good people around you. You know what I mean? Keep good people that you love, that you trust. Right? Because it's really serious, right? Folks that's going to help motivate you to do better in whatever way is possible. That's important. Right? Like, you're inspired, you have conversations with people you connect with that provoke thought in a positive way, that help you decide or make decisions to solve problems and motivate you, right, to do well, to do great. That's important. Keep people like that around you. Others can just kick rocks without a shoe. Seriously, you don't need the negativity, man, because it's always ever present. Doesn't mean you have to welcome it. All right. So that's it, folks. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I'll probably give another I'm gonna continue the Hexcapades thing too, because oh boy, so much going on. In any case, catch you on the next one. Take care.